I just put a band up, that's just how we do shit. Hidden and abandoned, I gotta get a new chick. We gon' make a film, dog, every night a movie clip. We gon' make some tunes, dog, we be on some loony shit. I feel like I'm Barry Gibbs, I be on some groovy shit. I just got a model bitch, need another smoothie bitch. Louis bad duffel shit, cross it off my bucket list. Count it up, then fuck it up, shawty want another kiss. Baby, I be killing shit, I should get a tear. Flyer than these other rappers, put me in a leer. I be with the family, dog, toasted up, cheers. 10 deep in the Gucci store, I used to shop at Sears. Everyone a odd to me, I don't need a peer. Lot of rappers tall, but they not what they appear. I been on the skis in Laguna Beach Pier. Kitchen at Missouri, watch the tuna get seared. Man, I keep it groovy, brother, I feel like a doobie, brother. Watch it, got some stupid colors, I can't be a Cupid lover. I can't ever move like others, flow is always smooth like butter. Make your girl a groupie lover, I been in the fucking gutter. Better say drama when they ask about who's next. My city verify me, fuck a blue check. Monsoon, Saint Laurent crew neck. Splash gang said, man, that's all that I rap. I just put a band up, that's just how we do shit. Hidden and abandoned, I gotta get a new chick. We gon' make a film, dog, every night a movie clip. We gon' make some tunes, dog, we be on some loony shit. I feel like I'm Barry Gibbs, I be on some groovy shit. I just got a model bitch, need another smoothie bitch. Louis bad duffel shit, cross it off my bucket list. Count it up, then fuck it up, shawty want another kiss.
Whoa! Peace, beloved. Peace. It's your homie, Young Content, the unofficial sensei of the culture, or the official one, depending if you were at Gutter Basel, Gutter Miami. Deadstock was there. Mastering youthfulness, contentment, and NFTs. And the gangnam is back. Gang, gang. Here we go. This is NFT Guru Talk and Chill, number 41. Listening to on Spotify, Apple Play, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. What up, gang? Peace, beloved.
Peace, beloved. Peace.
Let's go.
41 episodes already. That's wild.
Dude,
Hell
who are
yes.
you in that fucking... that's a whole upgrade, bro, and a half. And
I
half
feel
an
different
ETH.
today,
Whole upgrade,
man.
half an ETH.
I'm feeling kind of different today. Do I look different?
Dude, did you get bit by an ape?
I drank the serum.
Sheesh. That boy
You look
is serious
fantastic,
out.
bro.
Yeah, shout out to Moo Pete for making me this. He whipped this up in a matter of like 4 hours. So I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Shout out Moo Pete and Metamori. If I'm saying that wrong, maybe you can correct me.
I think it's Mo Pete, and he does great work. But I'm just going off of when Captain Trippy gave him a shout out. I don't know how he would pronounce it himself. I just heard Captain say it was Mo Pete.
Well, maybe
I think he's on. I think he's MOPEET.eth.
I'll try to give him a retweet this evening.
Hell yeah! I got one from him too as well. I just haven't put it to
Dude, it looks really pro. It looks pro. What do you think about it, Death Talk? What do you think about it?
Oh, I love it. I knew right away who it was, but I said it looks really good. Got the glasses, got the bonnet, and our boy looks happy.
Dude, he has those Ray-Ban AR glasses from Mark Zuckerberg on. Those AR Ray-Bans?
Yeah, Mo Pete knew what he was doing, and he hooked our boy up. He looks really good.
Sheesh. Fucking fire.
I don't know, Young. I think it'd be cool for you to make an appearance as one of your dead fellas, maybe one of these episodes.
Ooh, but dude, you have more swag than me now for sure. Your swag's on 10. Baby blue bonnet. Come on now, let's go. Turn up.
Beautiful.
Yo, shout out to the chat. Thruster in the building said Ape Walshy. Apeshe. He's officially Apeshe. Shout out to Deck Nuts for giving him that name 3 months ago. Apeshe. Shout out to Kelsey. What's up, beloved? Mwah. Also, what else? Metamore, how you doing, dude? We didn't have the stream last week because me and Deadstock were fucking drinking, turning up, debauchery. What's up? How are you doing? Did you miss us? Did you miss the stream?
I miss you guys daily. You know, like I look forward to this stream so much that it's just so much fun because this to me, Like the one thing in a lot of the that was missing for a long time was being able to feel like I'm hanging out with my NFT fam. And and when we do these streams, it's so much fun. I love that we just hang out. We talk about the things we're passionate about. We have a good time. I don't know if you guys noticed. I mean, it's Christmas season, so I've got my Christmas merch on.
Can you stand up a little? Let me I gotta readjust you a little bit.
We gotta show off the whole outfit here.
Hold on, I don't want the stream to crash for me doing some crazy shit. I'm actually not gonna touch anything.
So I've got my full PJ set.
Ooh,
rocking it out, head to toe. Well, neck to shoulders down. I'm all Christmas. Even rocking the BAYC logo on my merch here. Personally, I would love it if the apes end up doing some kind of Christmas merch in the future, so we can have like a. That's
perfect, right there where you're at. It's perfect, beautiful centering for the.
So we could have a the BAYC official ugly Christmas sweater would be incredible. I'm sure they'll do something like that at some point. But I was just actually, I got to give you a shout out, Young, because you were saying that it'd be a cool idea to have Christmas sweaters on and stuff for and I just wanted to get ready for it. And I fucking love Christmas, man. I really love Christmas. I know it's not everybody's favorite holiday. I know some people aren't a big fan, but for me, I've just had a great experience of it. I'm very lucky to be surrounded by awesome family and friends. And it's always a great time to get together, have food, be grateful for the love that we share for each other, the time that we have together, and to see my kids just about lose their minds because Santa's coming. It's just the cutest fucking thing. Huge Alfa. I had to get a sweater.
Yo, guys, shout out to the chat. Make sure you guys tell your grandma that we're live. Go tell Granny now. Go tell your fucking grandma we're live. Thank you for all the listeners. First and foremost, follow at Metamori on Twitter, at the Deadstock OG, Super Legend, at Walshy_ETH. You know how this show goes. We give you some NFT alpha. We vibe. It's called NFT Guru Talk and Chill for a reason. You're going to get that Sensei vibe to it as well. Walshy, you want to lead us off? The stream is called today. What is it called? It's called Bluechip NFT Talk. Ubisoft gets into NFTs and Alpha plays only.
Right on. So,
and congratulations to Metamori, the other one that won the Golden Huxley comic. That's huge. Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats.
Metamorty. Nice work. That's amazing, dude. So happy for you. That's awesome.
Really happy for you, Metamorty. That's awesome to hear, bud. Winning shit's always fun. So as far as the last couple of weeks, what I've been into, what I've been buying, what I've been selling, you mentioned Ubisoft getting into the space. I can't talk too much on that because the only thing I really know is that they made an announcement that they were going to launch some sort of a marketplace on the Tezos blockchain. Now, I've heard rumors that because of an overwhelmingly negative response, that they might have redacted some of these comments. I'm not sure to what extent they've redacted the comments, like if they're actually going to not go ahead with the marketplace or if they're still going to go ahead with it. I don't know. So I'm just going to not comment on that any further. But personally, I've been playing around a lot with a game called DeFi Kingdoms. And it's a game that's probably tipped your radar in the past couple of weeks. It's definitely caught my eye for a couple of reasons. A, because it integrates two things that I love, DeFi and NFTs together. And B, it's a game that still feels like it's relatively early, to the point that there's still probably some upside to be had, in my opinion, on the side of the characters as well as the DeFi aspect and things. So just to kind of give a brief overview of what DeFi Kingdom is it's kind of like a DeFi version of Farmville, I guess you could kind of say. There's an option to plant a garden, which essentially is a liquidity pool. When you plant your seeds in the garden, you basically can go back every day, every week, every month, whatever you so choose, to reap what you've sown in the garden. So in reaping what you've sown, effectively, you're taking out your rewards, and we're kind of getting into some more complexities here.
How does
But
it help for you to stake your DeFi tokens in there? How does it help the entire ecosystem of this thing?
so essentially, it's just like providing liquidity in any other liquidity pool. They've
Got
just on the Harmony and on the DeFi Kingdoms platform, they found a way to gamify providing liquidity.
Mm,
So instead of going to Uniswap and providing liquidity and that's that,
boring.
they've gamified it to where you're actually like planting seeds in a garden, and like you're reaping the fruits of your labor basically, and choosing if you're going to just take that as profit or if you're going to compound your investment and put it back into your garden to then to reap bigger rewards the next time around. And I know that's kind of getting a little bit too far into things. It's a little bit complicated, but basically they've just gamified staking. The other side of the game is you can summon heroes, which kind of reminds me of Axie Infinity. If you guys have ever played Axie, there's different probabilities of rolling different rarities of character. I've done more of the hero summoning than I have the DeFi side, and I've seen a relative degree of profitability. It's nothing massive. I haven't doubled or tripled my money, but I've probably made maybe 25 to 30% on my money. So something to look at, DeFi Kingdoms on Harmony if you haven't already. I know I kind of gave a poor description of what it is, but if you DM me, I might be able to forward you some Medium articles if it'd be
No,
helpful.
you did perfectly well. I think there's been a cool transition in the space. We seen Wolf Game, me and Metamori and Deadstock have been going ham on Huxley and Watcher. I say that this show is so diverse in a sense because you got the American news, you got the English news, and we just bring it all together. What do you think about DeFi Kingdom, Deadstock? Have you tampered or not tampered? That's the wrong word. You know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean. Just mess around with it. I had heard about it when it first came out. I know Beanie had talked about it a lot. I think Walshy's the one here that's really taken the deepest dive into it and really kind of done his normal due diligence and research on what's going on. I think all of us, going all the way back to a lot of the games that we've always been a part of, whether it's Gods Unchained or even some of the ones we tried out that we kind of left alone, like on Binance, which was the Crypto Blades or whatever it's called. I mean, we're seeing a lot of the practice now with everything that people have been implementing. And I do enjoy seeing it because even if everything can't be a Wolf Game or a DeFi Kingdom, we want to see the implementation of a lot of this DeFi stuff. And that way, when we're talking about play to earn, everybody's actually seeing that vision play out with people that are in it. So even when Walshy talks about maybe he hasn't 2 or 3x anything, like people would kill to be able to get 20, 30% on their money in the real world, and they have no idea that they could do it by playing a video game. So it's kind of breaks it down right there. So you love to see it.
For sure. Walshy, can you talk about Wolf Game a little bit? I know that was ultra hype, and then there was Fox Game, Snail Game, fucking Wizard Game. What happened to all these things? Are they still relevant?
So I think they're definitely relevant because we're still seeing these derivative projects or spin-off projects, whatever you want to call them, as a result of Wolf Game, which kicked it all off. Personally, with Wolf Game, I got in and out pretty quickly. I left a lot of money on the table with Wolf Game, but it was one of those things where it just felt like the risk was so high versus the money that was already on the table. Wolf Game essentially was a game where you could either mint wolves or sheep, and it was randomized to where I think it was 10% was your odds of minting a wolf. Sheep, you could shear their wool, and essentially you had to pay a 20% tax to the wolves that were staked in the farmhouse. Now I'm going to get all mixed up trying to explain the complexities of this game. Essentially what happened is there was an exploit, so they had to put a pause on things, which really gave a false floor for a lot of these NFTs. It over exaggerated a lot of the value on these NFTs, in my opinion, as far as the Wolf Game goes. And basically, once the bugs all got fixed, it seems like the value went down and people exited. Anyways, a lot of people dumped money into this game and probably lost a lot of money or are still holding the bag. I know that the values have gone down pretty substantially across the board with Wolf Game.
Was it the Crypto Blades thing all over again?
Totally different idea. So Crypto Blades and Wolf Game, what they were trying to do were basically two totally different things. Yeah, honestly, I don't have a good enough understanding of the back end of this kind of stuff to really give a good opinion.
Yeah.
I just know that, like, from an investment standpoint, things got really expensive and really risky. And, you know, I think it was just a really high volatility play that was probably best to stay clear of, you know.
Absolutely.
In my opinion, there was a lot of risk with
Absolutely.
Wolf Game.
And I think I went into the NFT Snipers chat. Shout out to the NFT Snipers, Willis, Goldie, Moon. And I asked Willis, he said that wool has to be locked up for 4 years. There's a new mechanism there where you lock your wool up for 4 years. It's kind of like an alluvium thing. I think that can potentially lead to rugging. I don't know. If you don't really build, that's a long time to lock up your money without providing any like value.
Honestly, whenever I start to hear all these different really mind-bendingly complex rules and mechanics come into play, I just get sketched out and I want to leave. because like the reason for trying to make things so overcomplicated, in my opinion, it just seems like a way to pull the rug over people's eyes. I don't know what the rest of the boys think. I've been kind of talking.
What do you think? I'm gonna give Metamori to think, and then you're gonna take it away. Dead Stock hit a home run. What do you think about that? Making this space is already complicated as it is. We just did NFT CLT. 200 people showed up. They're probably gonna be entering this chat, listening to the podcast, and they don't want complicated stuff. Can you speak on that, Metamori and Dead Stock?
I'll jump in. I don't have a whole lot to say about Wolf Game just because I wasn't part of it, and I actually didn't even find out about it until I think like a week after it came out. So that was I don't really regret it, to be honest, though, because exactly what you guys are talking about, the mechanics of it and those elements of risk, is just something I wouldn't have really felt like doing because, of course, this stuff's all super risky, volatile, and is a gamble. We don't know where it's going to be years from now. But to me, that felt like layering on extra risk that I'm not willing to take. So I gave it a miss. I can see why people have fun with it. I can see why to some people that mechanic would be awesome because they love high risk, high reward situations and they're comfortable doing that, which to a degree I am, but I want to take high risk, high reward situation. I want to be in high risk, high reward situations that I'm comfortable with and that makes sense to me. And those types of mechanics, they don't make sense to me. And so I would have given it a miss anyway, but I am happy for the people that made a lot of money out of it. Deadstock, what did you think about Wolf Game?
Well, you and I prefer plays like the Ape Kids Club, so easy money.
Did you do Ape Kids Club?
Yeah, we got in on that.
Let's go.
Profited, but and we could talk about that in a minute. But I think you all bring up great points in that, and the main point is the difference between stuff like Crypto Blades and Axie, which are you're purchasing assets in an ecosystem, you're battling. The inflation is whoever wins gets the coins. Where something like this is showing the power of, I guess. Instead of gamification, it's the gamification of staking instead of actual work effort being put into it. And the effort, and it goes to show is that when you lock up something, you're creating a scarcity. And so that's where the gamification of that one came in. So,
yeah, way to break it down in layman's terms. I wanted to go straight into the title NFT Bluechips. I want me and Metamori to talk about this Ubisoft thing a little more, but. Can you talk about Ape Kids Club? Ben the Knee literally was telling me this to buy this in Miami. What is Ape Kids Club? Is that a cool entry point for some people that don't have a Bored Ape? You know, you're seeing groupies all coming out of the what works for Bored Apes in Miami. Will that happen with Ape Kids Club?
Maury, you we're on the same page. You cover this, bro. We got in early, honestly. We got in mint, so.
Yeah, we got in early. We got to mint early. And I still have my OG one. I have number 86 of the OGs. The OGs are just derivatives of the Bored Apes. And I have number 86 of those. And so because I had that, I got one free mint and then I got to do pre-sale for 1 mint. So I just grabbed those two. And then to be totally honest, when it hit 1.5, I took WETH bids on mine just because I wanted liquidity, and I love the art. I think what they're building is really cool, but the roadmap, it's about teaching people about crypto and onboarding people. And I do think it is in a very good way. It's geared towards new people to the space that want to learn. But I felt like the benefits that they're giving, I'll still get them because I have my OG. So I'll still be able to use the resources that they're going to be putting out for people. And I felt comfortable taking some profit on the 2 that I minted, just because I'm not sure if for me, any project that I'm not super socially involved in the community, where I'm talking in the Discord and stuff like that. Usually, if it gets up to like 1 plus, I move out of it, just because I'm happy taking profit, and I really want to continue consolidating and focusing on the projects that I'm a lot more active in the community, because part of why I'm active in those particular communities is the community itself to me is really awesome and enjoyable. And I have a lot of conviction in my the top holdings and what I've put in my collection, and how I believe that they'll synergize with each other. So yeah, that was just, and it was also that it's when they hit 1.5, the floor went down pretty quickly because a bunch of people listed and were undercutting and listing. So I took profits on 2, kept my OG. Obviously, I'm never going to sell that because any derivative of Mori I'm keeping forever, just like I'm keeping Mori forever. But I do love what they're building. I think that the artist is great. I think that the community is having a lot of fun. I just have gotten to a point where if you create a large collection and you diversify, you do end up at a point where you just don't have enough time to participate in every community that you want to be part of. And so that's also what helps.
All you got to do is hire some scholars. Yeah. That's it. And let them give them a back door to your Discord, and boom, that's it. That'd be good.
It's a good point, though. You get in on good stuff. I mean, you got in on the pre-mint, they're 0.04, and you easily could have turned that into an ETH, if not more. So
for sure. Yo, shout out to Cody Clearman. Much love, Dojo fam. Love to listen to this while I'm grinding at work. Sets the vibe. Big Daddy in the building. What up, fam? Big Daddy here is a Clone X legend. Loves Clone X. He's a fucking alpha male. Alpha APO only. Guys, the soundboard is not working today, so no sounds. I have to fix it. I have to just resolder some shit. I wanted to talk about Ubisoft. Wall Street touched on it a little bit. There is a correlation here with a project we've been talking about for the past 4 months, 3 months, 2 months, whatever, called The Watcher. We here at the dojo are anticipating a Ubisoft Watcher announcement that is going to blow the socks off the space. Maybe a trailer pops off there. Maybe can we speculate for maybe 2 minutes here? Metamori, we kind of been telling the dojo, not financial advice, but flash drives. Shout out to Nanthrax. He's always in there looking out. Ubisoft, talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, there have been different hintings from the Watcher that they and it's not like it's very subtle. They very openly said that they had a meeting with Ubisoft, and they said that it went very well, and they've been saying that they're going to announce an official partner in a week or so. And then, the writing on the wall to me is that then Ubisoft announces that they're adding NFTs to their games and that they're moving into the space. So
why Ghost Recon though? Why not Ghost Recon? I don't know. It wasn't fun for me. Did you guys play Ghost Recon? You might as well just put Rainbow Six Siege on there. Ghost Recon seemed like a tactical base. I remember my sister playing that.
I'm 100% guessing, but my thoughts on that, because it was kind of odd. But then I thought that maybe they were doing it in the hopes that a bunch of us in the community would get excited about a game with NFTs in it, and it could give life to that game, create a community for that game that wasn't there before and bring a whole new demographic into it. And that it would also potentially be like, because not just that it's potentially a testing ground, it would be a testing ground for that model. They could get a feel for it. And I thought that they may have chosen that game rather than one of their top games just because they were wanting to see how it goes. You know what I mean? Like, and potentially, and like I said, I think that they may believe that a lot of us will go and play the game, which I'm probably going to play it. Like when they put the NFT, I'm going to start playing it just because I'm like, why not? I play shooters. I'm going to go and play it, a shooter that has NFTs. Hopefully I enjoy it. I haven't played that particular one. But I feel like that's more what they're doing is they're trying to recruit a demographic that they don't currently have. And in doing so, that they're testing that ecosystem as well.
I'm happy that the Watcher isn't going to be the test dummy. Maybe they could work out some kinks, some bugs, have community testing. Do you think that, I mean, also Watcher announced the PFP as well. We kind of seen this with Treeverse. I sold my Treeverse land way too goddamn early, but Treeverse then announced its PFP project that's holding around the ETH range. What can you speculate what these 10,000 Watcher PFPs can do? If Treeverse can do that, I believe the Watcher can as well.
Well, on the website, what they say that these PFPs will be, they're going to do an airdrop for anyone that owns one of the Genesis Zero Watchers, and the PFP, which I think was a really interesting thing. The way they did that was they dropped that, the plain white 2 version, kind of very not plain. I like the look of the Zero skin, but it was just cool that they dropped a single skin, and then that was in additions, and then they used that to then airdrop holders of that NFT, these PFPs, that on the website they've said it will function as a lifetime season pass to the game, and an in-game, well, it says, and a game avatar. So I don't know if that means like that there will be a 3D model made of them, or they haven't talked about that. But I would think at the least it means like when you're in the game and people see whatever your little profile is next to your name in the lobby or something like that, that at the least that's what it's going to be, that people will see you as that character. But it wouldn't surprise me if it ends up being skins in game as well. Like
the Watcher is literally like Santa. I don't know. Walshy or Deathstark, do you know anyone who's airdropping consistently like the Watcher? Because we've been given like 10 items. I should say
already. I don't know if Watcher. Do we know if Watcher is a man, as a guy or a girl?
I mean, the Bored Ape Yacht Club obviously has airdropped us, just an unfathomable amount of value this year. So I couldn't not give a shout out to the apes for hooking us up with the dogs and with the either M1 or M2 serum, depending on how lucky you got for your airdrop for that one. So yeah, I mean, I'm also a member of the Watcher, so I'm super stoked to be getting airdrops on both ends.
Absolutely. Yo, I wanted to touch base on Miami. Me and you, Deathstark, could talk about this.
Yeah.
We'll go back into all the other alpha plays, but Walshy, you need to be in the next one, bro. Your ape is literally iconic. You have the vibe for the apes. I meet a lot of apes, but I feel like Corporate Trash did a poll and said that who had the best event, and it was the Gutter Cats. Their whole Outpost 3-day experience. I want Deadstock to kind of touch on that because he's an ape and a Gutter Cat. We're all intertwined. But I just want to say you got to be into these next events, Walshy. I mean, your ape, your vibe, the dojo you bring, that's all. It's needed.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely needed when we have that trip to Mexico and beyond. I mean, it's just the beginning, so it's going to be nice to have everybody get together. I know Maury's going to be coming back to the States at some point next year. And I'm gonna have to get down there to Louisiana, get some of the food, some of the smoke.
Yeah.
For sure.
We need to
But,
hit Bourbon Street.
It's already on. Yeah, it's good.
That'll be fun.
Can't wait.
But yeah, I can't wait either for all of it. So
Hell yeah.
but one thing at a time. And so like we going back to Miami, it was nice to, I didn't go to the Las Vegas because I had some responsibilities, my sister's wedding during NFT NYC in New York. So it was nice to be like, all right, I'm definitely going to this, meeting up with our boy, young. We were just rocking out, obviously going to all these events, being part of both of these projects. You're seeing not just them, but you see the Party DJs project, you see the Cool Cats getting together. You really see everybody who's putting the work in, bottom line. A lot of times we put the work in and identifying some of these projects, whether we really love it or they match all our criteria and investment thesis and all that stuff. And we're just DJing or whatever, but it is honestly good to see when we all get together to go vibe, to go chill with your brothers, to go, we got tons of pictures. It was, it wasn't just Young and I, we had Ben was there, Danny Ukes was there, Monks was there from Gutter Cats, Gutter was there, everybody was, chilling.
Bun B, Spotty Wi-Fi.
Yeah, Spotty was there. I mean, everybody, Money Plane Idol, everybody was there that we could really be naming. And then we got to go see good shows, obviously Mr. Pink, he was chilling with us too.
Shout out to Mr. Pink. Hippie to the core.
Norb was chill. He lost his phone. He hit me a couple days ago because I sent him a message like when he first lost his phone, like, if you find it, man, let me know. And he hit me like 2 days ago. He's like, I never found my phone, but I just got back another phone, so I'm back online. I'm like, oh, it's good to know. But and then the random stuff that happens. So the bottom line, it was good to get together, see everybody, look everybody in the eye, see the work that other people are putting in, see that they are partnering with certain music acts or businesses. Just like the Gutter Cat thing being sponsored by Coinbase, we already know where Coinbase is going. They're like they're like the version of Facebook, but they're already like in the metaverse already. So we know these businesses are going to be around, so we want to see these projects go ahead and make these connections, not only with the people in them, but with the partners, and become stronger. So I love to see it. A
homie of mine in Charlotte said, "Yo, I gotta stop wearing this Bored Ape thing because now I feel like I'm a target." Because we were out there in Miami and people were coming up to you and say, "Yo, is that an ape shirt, dude?" It was just wild, bro. It was wild. I'm like, holy shit. They would stop at the car, come out, talk. Weird.
I felt good wearing the hat. The Gutter hat I could wear all week because I was just vibing, but I was very like strategic when I wore like the ape shirts and stuff like that. But I know when we went to South Beach, I was wearing it. I had one or two dudes come up. They're like, oh, so it's like funny. You get like you don't expect to get recognized, and then like they recognize the stuff and they're like they appreciate it. And there's only so many people, but everybody was down there, so it was good to see.
Yeah, and shout out to the Gutter Outpost. It literally acted like a hangout spot for everyone. They let Major Lazer was there on Saturday, surprise DJ. The drinks were free. It was kind of like the Dat 70 show at Red's house when everyone just meets at Red's house and they're just vibing, bro. It was really cool.
Success, ultimate win.
Success. We're gonna do it in Vegas. Hopefully, Walsh, you can be there. Are you going to come to Vegas, Walsh?
I hope so, boys. I hope we can all meet up somewhere. Maybe it'll have to be in Mexico, but it's going to happen.
Oh, it'll definitely happen.
And then I found out some cool things about Benjamin. Benjamin doesn't drink. He's a legend. All he does is carry around a Gatorade. He just carries around. You'll see him everywhere with a Gatorade. Shout out to Benjamin. OG.
I love it. Shout out to Gatorade.
Shout out to Gatorade.
Shout out to Gatorade.
Sponsor
Don't
us.
Forget H2O.
Guys, I got to give a shout out right now real quick to a project that I thought was long dead. I just shouted it out to the chat. We talked about funks on the show.
Funks. Let's go.
I had a funk actually away back in the day. They're up to 2.2 ETH floor, and they've really started kind of a movement that questions, copywriting, and I guess in a way people's freedom of expression and freedom of artistic expression. You're going to get a different opinion depending on who you ask. It's kind of polarized parts of the community for sure. But regardless of all of that, just looking at numbers, this morning we were looking at a 1.45 ETH floor because I checked. Right now we're at a 2.2 ETH floor. So there's definitely a lot of Twitter activity going on. There's some rumbling amongst the funks. I just thought I'd point that out.
Funks don't seem to die, even though I'm trying to put a silver bullet in their head. They just don't seem to die.
The funks are more punk rock than punks themselves at this point, right? Punks have kind of turned into an artifact that can only be really owned by the rich at this point. And funks, although they are about 10,000 floor, they kind of do represent a little bit more of a punk rock movement at this point in time.
Would you feel kind of jaded if the apes went? There was another project like similarity to this funks with the apes.
I mean, I'm not sure how I'd feel about that, to be honest. At the same time, I wouldn't want to challenge anybody's right to freedom of expression either. Like, I know that my ape, like my Bored Ape, I have that token, I have that certificate of authenticity. I can prove that mine is an official Bored Ape. So I don't care if somebody has like an inverted image of my ape.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, that's just going to like build my brand more for free, and I'm not going to have to do it myself. And at the end of the day, I still have the original token for my ape for 3816. You know what I mean? And that's the whole thing with blockchain technology, is we can prove things with that public ledger. So it's going to happen, you know.
Absolutely. There's not to get political, but there, you know, I know in Germany they ban hate speech there. I get it, you know, for like Nazis and stuff. But hopefully don't demonetize me, YouTube. But even hate speech, it should be permissible. You should be able to speak. We live in America, free speech here. So they're just taking that to the NFT blockchain side. Just because you can do something, that means you should. We can filter that stuff out, but jailing people for speech ain't, or trying to cancel this NFT, I don't think that's gonna work. You made a good point there.
Yeah.
Yeet.
Sheesh.
Yeet.
Okay, cool. So funks.
You want to know something
what's up with
crazy
my
about-
fast food punks? Are those doing anything?
I've sold out of my fast food punks for
he's
quite a
sold
while
out,
now,
yeah.
young. But they
NGMI.
were still probably around a ETH.
For sure. For sure.
Maury, what was your question? You said what was what?
I was gonna just tell you guys something funny about the
Okay.
funks. I have funk number 666.
No.
Just because I bought it because I thought it would be funny. I saw it for 0.17 months ago, like so long ago, and I just got it because I was like, "Oh, this is funny. I'll just get that. That's kind of cool."
Is
it's
it
just
like
hilarious.
evil looking? Or you think it
it's just
hasn't
some-
cursed
it's
your
just some
collection at all,
chick.
right?
Clearly, it hasn't had any detrimental effect. I've still been having a great time, but I totally agree with Walshy. I don't think it would bother me that much, mainly because I would feel like it's kind of like if I'm walking around with a Rolex and somebody's got a fake one on. I don't care.
Yeah, but why wear the
why would
fake
why would I do
Rolex?
it?
That's just ass. Why wear the
Because-
knockoff from China?
For the same reason that some of us wear clothes that other people think look stupid. We value different things differently, and there's enough of us on this planet that we can add value to things that seem totally ridiculous to most other people, and it's totally okay because we have the freedom to live our life in the way we want and to value things that we want to value. And I think if you live life by the principle of do no harm, then you can't really go wrong. Like, live your life the way you want. If people value punks, if people value the flipped apes, whatever, I don't care. I don't value them. I don't want them. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's my thoughts. Now I do understand people getting annoyed, like punks that get annoyed because they decide they want it and then they're charged a premium. I get why they would be angry about that. But if somebody had my flipped ape, I probably just wouldn't even want it because I'd be like, well, that's not it. I don't want it. I don't know, but that's just me. I do understand both sides. Mainly what I mean is I kind of get both angles.
Absolutely. Yeah, shout out to all of these projects that we've been talking about. Alluvium, Walsh, you've been bringing that up. It's trading 1,400 a coin. Any updates on that game? I know we're going to talk about a little bit of that NFL. What is it called? NFL Dapper?
All day.
NFL All Day. Did you guys get on that wait list? I know. Are we going to have some of the same opportunities as Top Shot? Will they be low mints? Will they be legendaries that we can go after? What's the strat?
I did not get on the list. I've been on the wait list since probably February or March, but I think preference went to folks that concluded the Cool Cat challenge and maybe people with higher marketplace spending. That's just me guessing, but I didn't get it. I didn't get on this one.
But you think they're gonna have 35,000 moments off the gate?
Yeah.
That's gonna suck ass.
We'll find out tomorrow. I mean, I got in, so I'm gonna try to jump for a pack.
I'd be going for packs if you guys were in 100%, but I think it's going to fall more along the lines of what we see with Top Shot now versus what we saw when Top Shot was newly in, a closed beta. But that's just a guess. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully Dapper has learned through all this fire and brimstone that they
I'm just gonna expect problems and try to get a pack, just old school.
Old school Dapper. Yo, shout out to also Huxley. Huxley sells out when we're in Miami. Ben and he freaks out in the in the bunk bed. He's like, dude, it's sold out. It's sold out. They're raising. I didn't expect it to sell out that fast. Talked to Ben today.
Question. What category did you guys get for your Genesis coin? I got category 10.
Ooh, you went military category?
Military. Yeah, I didn't know until like recently.
That's a hot category. That's a slept on category. Metamori, can you talk about categories and all that jazz?
Yeah, definitely. Sorry, my thing's wigging out here. my arm was off to the side. That was funny. The different categories look really awesome. It's great that I think it was really cool that they implemented that into the tokenomics so that you could dictate, what to some degree you could feel like you control the direction that you're and the style of your avatar. And I think that's a really cool thing that they've done that you just don't see. As I'm not aware of that happening in a avatar Met yet.
That takes some serious code, right, from the Solidity dev.
Oh yeah, they must have. I mean, yeah, they've got to have some amazing developers on board. I think, as I've mentioned in the past about Ben Morrow, and for those of you listening or watching that don't know Ben Morrow, he's the artist of Huxley. He's also among the gaming industry a legendary artist that was the lead concept designer for Halo. I'm pretty sure every Halo game, quite a few of the Call of Duty games, as well as some notable movies such as The Hobbit, Elysium, and Chappie. So he's an incredible artist with an unbelievable resume, and he has he's clearly would have a amazing network of people he could draw upon in the gaming industry as to build this out. So that's been a real big part of why I've had so much conviction in this project. And I'm excited that they built that into the categories, into the tokenomics. Like, I think that the classic is going to do really well, and the Wastelands category is going to be awesome. People love the Mad Max feel. I think that Deadstock said he got category 9, which kind of looks like some of them will look like graffitied robots.
Ooh, the paint. That's paint.
Yeah, the paint.
The paint.
You got the paint, Deadstock?
That looks so cool, dude.
Sheesh.
I think it would look amazing if there was some of those, they're like rusty with paint on them, and it looks almost like it's in a robot that was abandoned and then brought back to life or something
like that robot made it to Miami or something, or Basel.
Yeah.
And they got beat up in the alley.
Oh man!
And
Walshy got the military category. I think that's what he said, because man, that looks so good.
I think.
Category 10.
Go ahead, Walsh.
Yeah, I got the category 10. I went in blind too, because I didn't really know what I was trying to produce. Like, I wasn't aiming for a category 10. I just used some of my higher serial number comics to generate my Genesis coin, and that's what I got. And at the time, it wasn't even revealed what that was going to look like yet. So I found out what category 10 was going to look like after I had already minted the token, it was like 2 days prior. So it came as a surprise to me. And I was pretty stoked with what I was going to end up getting for artwork. So,
And these Huxley comics too. I mean, there's been 2,000 that have already been burned from the 10,000 total supply. Some of them are Genesis tokens that get you a PFP robot. Some have been redeemed for physicals. I feel like these pure comics that don't get redeemed, you're gonna start seeing more of them getting burned out of the supply for new things. I think today is at 12 o'clock, 10 o'clock, whatever, was your only chance to redeem a physical. So we're going to get these physicals in the mail, and they're going to be limited runs. They're probably only like 500 physicals that have been claimed, and that's it. I don't know if they'll probably throw us a curveball and say, in a year, you can redeem now. But I really hope they don't. Deadstock, do you think that they should not redeem physical going forward, keeping that supply super scarce?
I think they should let Walshy mint one and then shut off everybody else.
yay.
You didn't get one? You didn't mint your physical?
I missed my physical mint window, dude.
Fuck.
I redeemed my Genesis block, and then I totally forgot there was a cutoff for the physicals. But I'm fine with that. Whatever.
You could get it on eBay. I don't know. Metamore, what do you think those physicals will go on eBay? Because there's going to be very limited of them. And I think you have some information because you were inside his Halo Infinite gameplay space today, and he dropped some nuggets to us, and we'll reveal that to the stream.
I'll let you reveal the alpha, brother. But with the physicals, I have no idea. I hadn't been into the I've not collected scarce comics before, so I don't have any idea. I think that the last time I saw there was, honestly, I don't have I haven't dove into that. I bet it would be I can't see why it wouldn't be like an Ethereum or more, just based on it's only gonna be a few, like 500 or something.
And
That's
the market is so
very
reactionary too,
scarce.
beloved, because they announced the game and then all of a sudden those comics sold out. So imagine when they show a trailer. How the market is so reactionary to Huxley.
Mm-hmm. Big time. Well, that's where it's a reactionary market, and as soon as people find out news that could push something in the right direction, because a lot of times any one of us, we're sitting on the sidelines sometimes assessing, what do we want to do, and we hear the right piece of news and it's time to make a move, and you tend to need to move quickly in this space once you have conviction for a particular move. But yeah, it was so much fun. That was, I mean, even if I just had one Huxley comic, just to be, or even just being in the Discord, having the opportunity to hang out with Ben while he was playing Halo, and he's playing through the campaign, and as long as you're the kind of person okay with spoilers, it was a lot of fun to just watch him play through the story and talk. And he's kind of walking around and pointing out different things. He's like, oh, I designed that, or he's like, here's something that I did the model for. And it's just so amazing to hear him and to be there, like, because it must have been fun
That doesn't
for him
happen often.
to share that with us. Oh man, I just would never have imagined I'd get the chance to just chill and voice chat with Ben Morrow and talk about Halo. It was amazing. It was just such a great experience.
Maury loves Halo. Just make sure you
I
guys
fucking
understand.
loves Halo.
Halo.
I don't even
It's
know
my
the story
favorite
like
shooter
Halo. I feel
of
like
all time.
I've downloaded Halo. I'm ready to play, and there are still folks out there that think I'm Walshy Fire from
goddamn.
days
Just
away.
lean into it at this point.
I'm going to roll with it. Eventually, I'm going to get to play with some of these people that think I'm Walshy Fire. They're going to be so let down. I'm going to have to capture it on film to share with you guys.
And then you'll
They're gonna
eventually
think
play
you're
with the real
trolling
Walshy. You'll both be real Walshies, and
Is
that'll
Walshy
be
Fire
epic.
a part of Major Laser?
I'm not sure. I just know that he was some sort of a pro Halo gamer.
Bro, I swear Walshy Fire was that guy from the Gutter Post. But check this out, y'all.
Did you guys get
True.
involved? Obviously, we have to mention Clonex
Nice.
before we close up, but did anybody else get involved in the pack merge drop?
For
The
what?
which one?
By Murat Pack? It was called
Oh, no,
Merge. It was dropped on Nifty. He's the highest grossing living artist, I believe, at this point. He brought in like 91 million.
He's beat people.
He beat people. Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't get in on, no, not at all. Did
What?
you?
What?
Were you able to?
Unpack that. What kind
I
of art
did.
was it?
So basically, it was a pack drop. He's really cryptic. Everything he does is kind of in code or in riddles. Basically, what he did is he dropped an unlimited drop. It started out at 300 or 250 or whatever. It inched its way up to $600 over time. And the more units of this NFT that you purchased, basically the bigger NFT you would be rewarded in the end. So personally, I bought 2 mass units, and the NFT that I got is like an M2. And then people that bought 11 units, they would have like an M11. And the more units you purchase, the bigger your mass would be, which is represented by a big dot essentially. And if you had accumulated like a super massive amount of mass, you would get like a big yellow looking sun. And basically the artwork, from what I understand, is the zoomed out image of like all the wallets that are containing these different mass and how they're going to be transferred to different wallets, creating like this big spider web image of like wallets and networks of mass that have been
So creative.
merged and mass that have just been held. There's going to be other mechanics that come into play as well that are going to affect the way that this macro artwork is going to look. So although it's like a whole bunch of individual NFTs, in the grand scheme of things, it's going to be one collective artwork. I don't know how it's going to play out yet, what it's going to look like, but
Walsh, you always known about autoglyphs, about some of these early ones that you put me on. Forget their names. I need to get the alpha on these, like, because I'm on this side of play to earn, but you seem like you're on the AI art generative side, and I always miss it. I miss the Fidenzas. I miss the fucking all of it.
I miss Fidenzas too, to be fair. If I was around for Fidenzas and I had cashed in on that, oh boys, we'd all be sailing on a yacht right now.
Yeah.
How did this information leak? It leaked in the dojo. Someone leaked it. Did you
So
find
this
it on
wasn't
Reddit?
I think we were talking about this in the dojo, maybe a little bit the night that I think that there's other people in the dojo that have purchased this particular drop. I don't know exactly who, but I do know that there was at least one conversation had in there the night that I purchased my NFT. It was dropped on Nifty, and I mean, it was the talk of Twitter. So this one was not a well-kept secret. I know Pranksy even like tweeted about it, and I think he bought, I think he was trying to place top 10 on the leaderboards. It was another like leaderboard situation. So like super rich people were competing to try to acquire the most mass. Like it was one of those type of things, right? So the secondary markets, they might heat up based on whatever the new mechanic is going to be. If the new mechanic is going to reward these ultra rich people for collecting all of these mass units, it could be very profitable for the little fish like myself and other people like me who can sell these NFTs to the super rich who need them to compete to place on the leaderboard, for whatever the reason might be. I'm excited about it, and it's definitely something to follow.
Yeah, a win for you, a win for Thruster is a win for the dojo. Congratulations.
Thruster, it too? Nice.
For Thruster said, Deathstock, can you talk about what you've been up to in the space? I feel like you have such wisdom that have you just been chilling? I know you got the Bored Ape Kids Club. Anything on your radar, dude?
Yeah, man. I have actually just been chilling in between Miami and just work. I've just been vibing. So made a few plays here and there. Yeah, I mean, with the Ape Kids Club, we got in on the pre-mint. That was like 0.04, turned that into a little more than ETH, and doing that. Obviously, get in on the Huxley play, Genesis token, physical copy stuff. And but other than that, just chilling. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Just enjoying and honestly, just selling some stuff off, because just prepping for finishing off the year and then taking some of these profits next year. See what's going on in the first quarter. Really big on like Walshy said, a lot of these play to earn, gamification, just like Maury was talking about. We see what Ben's rocking with a lot of these things are going to continue. And I think the real big theme going into next year is what I'm going to be focusing on, which is the play to earn, the gamification, the DeFi of that stuff, and then also the tokens that are going to be coming out with a lot of these projects, whether it's the Bored Apes, Cool Cats, the Milk.
Are you buying Justin Bieber's tokens?
You know, once he releases it, I want to make sure it's audited, of course. But you know, he's been successful in the space for so long. How could we leave the little shit?
Yeah.
You know.
Also, me and the shout out to ZK from House of First. That is actually some alpha for you out there. You got a chance to meet RSOP himself, Royal Society of Players creator, and really awesome guy, genuine. I think he has Danny Hughes on his project. I think House of First could really be a play for those that want to break in. Can you talk about House of First a little? Do you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, like you mentioned, you pretty much covered it. The APO is the fact that they are working on something. They're solid people. They're hardworking people. They're very skilled. They were great to hang out with and meet. And I like the work that they're doing. I mean, I have the RSOP cards. I have a Royal Flush.
You have a Royal Flush?
I got the Royal Flush, baby.
Yeah, dude.
So,
yeah. Fucking CK loves you then.
Well, you know, it's just one of those things where they're definitely putting things together. They have good people behind them, putting the work in, and you love to see it. I like the vision that they're working with, and being a part of it. You know, it ain't bad. It's nice to see that the Gutter Cats and RSOP got together to work, and obviously they're doing their own thing separately while we were in Miami, and it's 2 projects that I have. So I really can't be mad at that.
Yeah, House of First is going to allow artists to be onboarded that they believe could be the next X copy, other things like that. So you're going to get the early alpha on some of these great artists that Danny and this curated team, you know, we need to really start curating art. We need to start critiquing this shit. There's a lot of bullshit in the space. Critiquing is going to be a big thing. Me and Mr. Pink was talking about that, critiques and stuff like that. We talked about a lot of good futuristic stuff, like Metamori. One day, your ape is going to have an entourage. It's going to have a chef. It's going to have a publicist. You're going to have AI control this thing in the metaverse, and autonomously, you're going to be like I don't want to say a god. That's going to happen one day. You know, you Walsh. You're going to have your all these PFPs you guys hold are superstars, and it really how far you want to take it, how far you want to make it.
Yeah, you're right. It's like you said, got to be critical, and there's got to be standards, and if we don't uphold them, then who is? Everybody's going to get away with what they get away with. So let's make these moves.
Yo, Big Daddy, me and Big Daddy are crossing our fingers and our toes right now because we're both holding CloneX mint vials, and that's for the artifact drop that I've brought up a few times, and unfortunately it was way more expensive than I had originally thought to get in. I believe it was they sold eventually for 2 ETH was the mint price. I personally paid 3 because I FOMO'd in at like the very top of the Dutch auction, which would have, well, it almost wrecked me, but I ended up winning an extra vial because that's essentially how they compensated the people who bought in at 3 ETH for having paid extra, because they eventually dropped the price by 1 ETH. So to compensate those people, they raffled a few extra vials off between them. And yeah, that's what they did to kind of make it sting a little bit less for those people that paid more. So the chase NFT, in my opinion, is going to be the Takashi Murakami. I'm not sure what the rarity is on that, like what the percentage is on the RNG, but I know that those Takashi Murakami NFTs from the CloneX artifact drop are going to be sick. They're going to be in high demand.
Is that like an anime character for a metaverse they're making? Because that sounds so epic, like a brand.
Honestly, dude, I don't know like what his claim to fame is. I know he's some kind of like a designer. I don't know if he's into jewelry or clothing, but it's Takashi Murakami. And yeah, it looks really anime-ish. I kind of dig it. It's not really something I've been into. I just kind of felt like this drop was going to be special. So I've been hyping it up for a while. I've been wanting to get in on it for a while. So I figured, put my money where my mouth is, and I'm going to let them roll. I could be up roughly 1 ETH per NFT right now if I were to sell. They're at around a 4 ETH floor, but I really, really want to get one of those Murakamis. So I'm just going to let it ride. Probably going to leave some money on the table. I feel like right now, if I was somebody trying to capitalize on my investment, would be the time to sell. I should take the 2 ETH right now, really, and walk away if I was smart, and then take that money and buy the Murakami the day after drop or whatever. But
for a low,
whatever
for
reason,
for the hype to die down,
for
the
top
price
20.
to settle.
Yeah, I just want to let it ride because you never know when you're going to hit a top 20 and really change your life, right?
Yo,
True.
it's so funny how Walshy's hair on his head is giving me the fur on the edges of the ape.
It really is though.
Bro, it's giving you the fur of the edges of the ape. It's wild,
what?
bro.
It's so
It's like
perfect. I
perfect,
also
honestly.
did you guys notice the little thing on the top of his bonnet jiggles when he moves
Bruh.
around?
The orange
so
and the
good.
baby blue complement each other perfectly.
Oh, the
I thought
whole
that happened for
bonnet can
everybody.
move.
Yeah, we love it.
That's amazing.
Sheesh!
Jiggle your bonnet.
That is the real alpha of the day, of the show here, right there. I love that. I love that you and Daddy are like Clone X out. I miss that. I'm living vicariously through your aping and your wins. So shout out to you and him. And just to tie back to Huxley, this is why I feel like Huxley and Punk's comics are going to dominate. Huxley has these tokenomics that keep you bringing you in over and over. It's bringing you in. It's sucking you in with their kind of gamification, fusing what happens on issue 2. We're also reading the story. We're fusing shit. It's like we're playing a real IRL game. And he also said that the physical copies have Easter eggs in them that attach into the metaverse, which is super crazy. What are we going to be able to unlock there? It's wild. This whole space is becoming a little bit too much for the Sensei.
Wow.
That bonnet
I love
got
it.
jello inside of it. Holy shit.
Got that jello. Got that wiggle. The wiggle.
Wiggle. Guys, also, I made a play last week. I need your insight. Also, shout out to, you want to shout out Metamori to all the listeners that listen into the podcast? You want to do that for me?
Shout out to all the listeners on the podcast. We appreciate you tuning in, and we fucking love you. Thanks for being here.
Awesome. I ended up getting a House Akiba Genesis membership. I don't know if I did the right thing, but from you telling Metamori seeing your avatar is House Akiba made, right?
Yes, this is a modified House of Kiba Ape Dimchin. So the base of it, basically, it's the model they gave me with clothes added, and just because my ape doesn't have clothes on, and I wanted
such a good model.
Add some clothes. Oh, it's amazing! I really like it. It's awesome. They're doing the Gutter Cat avatars as well, which it really excites me. Because with you guys being in the gutter, we'll be able to. I'll be able to teach you guys how to do this if you wanted to, and you could hop on stream as one of your gutter species if you wanted to, just for fun, and it'll just be awesome when we were all able to interact as different NFTs and different creatures. Just same as hopping into World of Warcraft or Fortnite and changing a skin just because you feel like being fancy, or I've changed my hoodie because I fucking love Christmas. And it's exciting to be able to do those little random things, like just switch it up and just to have more freedom of expression.
I guess
That's
my question
board
here,
if I ever seen one. That's a board one.
for sure. I guess my question to the panel here, and you all can just dive into this. Metaverse, you hear it all over the place. Sandbox, Decentraland, should I buy a Metaverse land? This, that, the third. I feel like I bought House Akiba because that's the shovels for the gold. They're creating assets for the metaverse. I don't think anyone else is doing that. Can you guys break House Akiba down? Was it a smart move by me? Was it dumb? Walshy, you want to go in?
I mean, House Akiba, basically what they do, if I'm not mistaken, is they do like 3D stuff, right? Like they're going to make 3D avatars. They're going to make I would assume maybe they'll make 3D assets.
They have a gallery right now for your art, 3D gallery architecture.
So I think
they
like
airdropped.
they probably are like maybe different focuses. So they're both unique in their own right, and they both provide different services, right? So the metaverse land is going to be something that you can own and hopefully monetize, share your, you can share your NFTs with the rest of the world. You can gamify it somehow. Whereas House of Kiba, from what I gather, is going to be maybe how you decorate that land and how you navigate the land as an avatar. So they're both kind of some things that are going to work hand in hand, I think. I think that definitely made a good decision, Young, because presumably you're probably going to want to get a little dojo going, and maybe it'd be fun to have karate characters and to have like a little dojo that maybe House of Kiba can help you build, right? So I think it was
literally, I didn't even think about that. That's crazy. You just said that. Wild. I'm not no gutter cats though. I mean, I don't have that big clout, so maybe things can work. What do you think about House of Kiba, Deathstock, and should we be buying some of these galleries for the metaverse? Should we be buying some of these frames? So eventually, a Google will come into this space and kind of provide that. You've seen Facebook metaverse and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it really just depends what everybody's plan is. Obviously, everybody can only do what they can do, so you never want to overextend. But if you were to have strong conviction in the space moving forward, crypto, NFTs, the metaverse, all of this stuff, the land, the tokens, they're a great investment vehicle. All speculation of not financial advice. We always say that, but that's because people should be doing their own research and with it full circle, have a plan of what they want to do, and that way they can execute a lot of. You don't have to do everything at once, So a lot of us have been in it for at least a year at this point, been able to make great moves, gone through great stuff, and doesn't look like it's going to be finishing anytime soon. But you'd like to think that a lot of this stuff, the crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the NFTs and everything, while they go through their cycles, there's like a correlation to it all. So I'm still going to assume that by mid next year, everything's going to really not come crashing, but really start to go on that downward slope. But 6 months of making some more moves is not a bad picture for me. So just keep it 1 month at a time.
Yep, absolutely. Way to ground it. What about you, Matter? Final thoughts before we move on to this final topic.
I think that you made a good choice there. I really like House of Kiba. I think it's a great project, and I think they have a great future ahead of them. They're positioning themselves well by having partnerships with the apes and with the gutter cats, and to be honest, like I kind of in some ways, for me, that was a big part of why I got really even more excited about the gutter, was when they also partnered with House of Kiba, because I feel like they are somewhat flying under the radar. Like, they're not trying to pump it up. They're not in the news. They don't have big articles about them. But if you look at what they're creating and the quality of the models that they make, you look at the different styles of homes that they airdropped to some of their holders, stuff like that. I think it's going to be a really cool metaverse to be part of. And yeah, I'm very excited about the Kibaverse and the different projects that are going to be represented in there.
Whatever happened to Terra Virtua? Whatever happened to Snonium Space? Are they still doing their thing?
They are. I used to have a bunch of Terra Virtua.
I feel like they're creeping. I feel like they're doing a creep.
That's all the partnerships. I mean, the same thing. I feel it is a statement that at this point, all four of us here on this panel have been involved in House of Kiba. Like, I know the three of us got the Ape Redemption tokens. I know you just bought the membership. And Terra Virtua, I mean, that's another thing. They have partnerships with a lot of movie and production companies. So it's going to be interesting to see. I had their tokens, made some good money on the token, but I sold out earlier this year. So I haven't followed it too much, but they're all building.
Absolutely. So this is a two-parter, twofer. It's a twofer. We've been emphasizing, it's so crazy because I feel like you guys are the smartest people in NFTs, bro. Like, we've been seeing, like, the homie T-Moss, he didn't end up coming to the gutter outpost. Engagement is dying down. You're seeing a shift in positivity and influence in this space. I'm seeing it take place on Twitter, and you guys are there. I wanted to ask, we've talked about so much good things early in this space. I've interviewed Scott, Genie, before Genie was even a thing. Now Genie is popping off. Have you guys used Genie? Can we speculate that Genie might drop a token on us? It's saving me gas. Anybody have experience with Genie? I know I have.
I think we all do. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah.
No, go ahead. Didn't mean to cut you off, Dead Stock. Go ahead, bud.
No, I was gonna give it to you. Actually, you were more because you guys have been killing it. So
You guys are killing Genie. Wall Street, you've been using Genie for shit? You didn't even tell me
So
this.
I don't want to say I've been killing it with Genie. I've used Genie like 3 times, but all times I've used it, it cost me like it seemed to cost me less gas than if I would have just used MetaMask, or if I would have just used OpenSea rather. Like it costed me like a foolishly low amount of money to be able to bundle 3 NFTs together in one transaction. So basically with Genie, for those of you that don't know, you can go to their website. I think it's genie.xyz. Make sure you're on the right website. Don't get phished. And you can pick multiple NFTs to buy in one transaction. And somehow the gas fee is like ultra low if you time it right.
Isn't that because MetaMask is doing an oversuggestion with their GUI?
It
to
might be,
compensate?
dude. Like I don't know what it is. Maybe they just have the contract made in a certain way that it just optimizes things for you in a way that MetaMask doesn't do with OpenSea. But whatever it does, it really optimizes that gas fee for multiple transactions in one bundle. And I was in one of their Twitter spaces recently where it felt like they were really hinting strongly at the possibility of a future token drop for governance once they get everything polished and finalized. So they made it clear that it wasn't going to be soon. It was going to be after their platform is fully polished and launched, and like things are running smooth for a period of time, I suppose. But then they really alluded to the fact that they did want to possibly give governance tokens at some point in time.
How do you think we maximize those governance tokens then? Because you've been a part of ENS. We've been a part of
Utilize
cool Uniswap. How do you
Just
think we
utilize
maximize the gains?
Max out as many transactions as you see fit. Like, don't use it more than you would normally. Don't go out and spend money trying to do it. But like, definitely anytime you're going to do multiple buys of like a particular NFT or different NFTs, just try to use it, you know, try to use it for your everyday stuff where it can save you money and possibly get you an airdrop in the future, would be my opinion. And
we like free coins here at the dojo.
Absolutely, we do.
Meta, you got any suggestions on that? He kind of killed it.
As soon as that they had mentioned that in spaces, that's something they didn't say they planned to do it, but somebody did ask them, do you plan to do a token? And they said it's something that we would do if we felt the community was ready for it and if the project was ready for it, but that they said they can't guarantee that that's something that's going to happen. But it's just good to know that that's something they want to do. So I also initially started using Genie because it's so convenient. If you want to buy multiple NFTs, just saving the time is worth it. If you're buying more than one, if you're we've got a lot of shit to do, man. I don't care who you are. If you're into NFTs, you're gonna you got a lot of
job.
Yeah, probably a few in some ways. We've got people working full-time jobs, being parents, and then doing NFTs by night, and there's just a lot to keep track of, which is one of the best things about why I enjoy our streams so much, is because we get to talk about all this stuff, and there's this time designated we can get together. And as you have said, Young, a bunch of times, it's really cool that we have these different focuses on different projects. But yeah, I'm very excited about Genie. It's very convenient. As soon as the watcher zeros were really dipping, they got to, I think, 0.025, and I just more. Oh, I know. I should have just but I'm happy with what I did. But yeah, Genie is really great because it allows you to save some time. and we're in a space where time is especially precious.
You definitely know that Sensei will give you the early ear to the streets when it comes to this stuff. I'll go watch that interview with Scott from Genie. I was gonna have him on the show Tuesday, but he ended up having an emergency. I'm gonna bring him back, and we're gonna talk Genie 2.0, the whole jazz. They threw a really cool party too in NFT NYC. Logos everywhere with Abana. So they're doing things. They're plugging their brand into places. Huge. Guys, I love y'all. And I really missed y'all to the bottom of the dojo's heart. NFT CLT, we did it with Tony Bravado, the Muscle, Evan, the Bored Ape, Diamond Doll. About 150 people came. They were hungry to learn. And they're going to listen to this stuff. I wanted to give them a nugget, a gift. They asked a question that seemed to be unanimous across the whole room. They said, how do you start in NFTs? I gave them the best answer I could, and I want all three of you to kind of talk to NFT CLT community. How would you start? How would you get into NFTs? Where's the alpha? How do you plug in? Can you give them like maybe a minute answer each?
Sure. I guess I can start on this one, boys. So how would you start into NFTs? The number one thing, and I've used this as my like inner sensei channeling for the last couple times that we had this guru talk and chill, and it's all coming down to networking for me. What I've come to find is that getting on Discord and Twitter and getting to know a group of people and being able to bounce ideas off of them and off of one another, and definitely not just having one group of friends, having multiple groups of friends, so that you don't get stuck in what I always call like the echo chamber, or in a room full of yes men. It's great to be able to get involved in groups of people with different perspectives, but people that also have similar interests, goals, and aspirations as yourself. So I know that can be kind of complicated and complex, but find people that have similar interests, hang around with people that you want to be like, and yeah, just network yourself and meet a lot of people, listen to their thoughts, share yours, and yeah, do lots of reading. That's the best advice I can really give.
I love that.
Hold off on your first purchase for a couple weeks, just really get the feel of things. And maybe even sit out a project that you think is a good investment and see how it plays out. Like
test,
write it down on paper, pretend you're playing it with play money, and just see how your investment would have went before you actually start investing your own money.
That's this perspective I haven't heard before. That's actually genius. Deadstock?
Yeah, no, Walsh hit the nail on the head. I'll just echo what he was saying. I mean, it's one thing to instead of saying network, I'll just say community. You definitely want to find a group of people that you vibe with, stuff that you're interested with. It's all foundational things. You're getting into a space where a lot of the stuff in the real world is just, it's just another medium. It's nothing that we haven't seen before, whether it's going to be video games or collectibles or music. And so, like Walshy mentioned, get together with like-minded people, get together with people that don't have the same ideas as you, and continue learning about the space. It's going to continually evolve, and you can find a crew that you can grow with. Obviously, there's going to be people that you want to learn from, and as you learn, there might even be people that learn from you. So it's really just stay humble and keep grinding and keep learning. And again, yeah, you don't FOMO into stuff. Like he said at the end, just go ahead and find good opportunities.
Would you say get your first rug pull out the way immediately, like pull the band-aid, get rugged?
I mean, I would honestly say try to get involved in at least 2 to 3 rug pulls, just get them all out the way lifetime. And that way you could just start from the beginning, and you're good from there. It's a necessary evil. You got to grow. You got to get these scars.
For sure. Got to get the scars. The broken or the more evolved. We say it in the dojo all the time. Metamori.
Enjoy the journey. Yeah.
I totally agree with you guys. I think that coming into the space, it's really important to be as informed as you can be. And so you want to gather as much knowledge as you can. I think it's spot on what you guys are saying, is to actually watch things as if you were going to make purchases for a couple of weeks or something like that. instead of so you can see how the patterns and the styles of projects, like the things that happen, you can start to kind of, without putting your money on the line straight away. It's important to learn how the space works. And then when you do, if you do decide to buy an NFT or NFTs, I would get something that you like enough that you would feel like, oh, I'd just keep that. That you genuinely just would keep it before you do any crazy stuff where you're like rolling the dice.
Some AKB.
Yeah, get some
Shout out to
AKB.
Metamore's wife making dope art for us.
Shout out.
We appreciate you guys. It's kind of a small way of giving back because we love you.
But that's the stuff if I got, I would hold on to, like you're saying.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I get it. I get what you mean, brother. I get what you mean. And just connect with people and projects and get a feel for. I would watch out for projects where when you hop into their Discord, the primary topic of conversation is where the floor is at, because that's obviously what people are there for, is when can they sell. So if that seems to be the main flow of conversation, I usually don't participate, but that's just me. Maybe if you want to take that, if you want to take the risk, it's totally up to you. But I like to just go somewhere that people are having fun being there and they're having fun connecting. I think that's what has made the Bored Apes so successful. The Gutter Cats. I remember when I first got Maury, the thing that really I just really loved about the apes is that very quickly, even before I had an ape, when I got into the Discord, there were apes asking me questions like, do you need help? And they wanted to know, how long have you done this for? Is this new to you? And there were people reaching out from that Discord in the main chat and then in DMs, just trying to be helpful. And if you come across a community like that, that's probably a good place to start.
I love that. Good. Thank you guys for doing that. NFT CLT community, we love you. That's home base for me. And that whole space, that whole energy in there was amazing. Just some quick hot topics. Jennifer Soto buys a gutter cat, a gutter rat. So she's in the game. She has that Mizzou sweater chained up, earring on the. So she, I was talking to her at the outpost. She's like, "Yo, Young, should I get a cat or a rat? I want a doodle. What project's gonna give me the most value?" I told her this. Shout out to you. Welcome to the gang, Jennifer. You're awesome, Jennifer Soto sister.
Gang.
Also, Ben, when I was in the space with him and with Maury, Ben is going to be dropping the movie trailer, maybe next month. He said, prime time for Hollywood to see. Right now, Hollywood is taking a break, tax time. January is when all this stuff picks up, first quarter of the year. So expect that trailer from Huxley to drop in January, hopefully. And also, what's another little hot topic I had? Fuck it, I don't have anything else. Blanco Sushi, Walshy, nice ape, gang. Blanco Sushi, I know Blanco Sushi. I know you. I seen you at the outpost. Swap my head, guys. It was a great show. I have a sunflower seed competition I must get ready for. I have to train my tongue in different directions, going down, going up, going left, going right, and it's gonna be really intense. I gotta know how to crack the seed quickly. Aren't you an expert at that, Doc?
Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. Crack the seed. God damn it. Set myself up every time. Every time.
Run, Paul.
Stupid. But you guys know this is the part of the show where we channel these gurus, channel their inner sensei. If you ever seen NFT Guru, the actual YouTube comedy skit, I come out of the jacuzzi. This is the part of they come out of the jacuzzi. They lift up in all their glory. I don't have the gong this time, so we'll have Walshy have the last word. But Metamori, channel your inner sensei. Let people know what you got going on. Shill something. But this is your chance, and we'll roll out of here. We'll close the dojo doors.
All right, I forgot for a second your soundboard isn't working, and I was waiting for it.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's on me. I just want to
He's high.
say,
It's all right.
I'm stoned. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
So I would say my thoughts that I want to put out to any new listeners or people that are new to the space. Like I said before, if you find a community that's welcoming and genuinely helpful, that's probably a good place to start. Not necessarily start spending your money, but just start creating a network and gathering your knowledge and learning about the space. So try and gather information that's useful to you. Learn about the different areas of NFTs. You know, there's art NFTs, there's collectibles, there's gaming NFTs. There's a lot to learn in the space. And feel free to reach out if you have questions. I'm happy to ask questions and help people as well. So if I can be helpful to you, don't hesitate to reach out.
Can you plug in your Twitter?
Yeah, my Twitter is at metamori_ETH. And yeah, I want to help people feel welcome here. And then also, if you're genuinely interested, once the gutter cats and bored apes end up having more the 3D avatars, if you're interested in that, let me know. I'd be happy to teach you how to do it. It's so much fun. Shout out to MoPete because he made an amazing AR rig for Walshy. I also got one from MoPete. I know a few other people that did. He's doing awesome work. And that's another really cool thing about the apes and the gutter cats and some of these projects is it's these communities are full of creators, and it's just great to be able to connect with so many creative people. I love getting to hang out with you guys. Yeah, I love you guys. I appreciate you,
dude. Thank you more. Thank you. Dead Talk.
Yeah, I love you guys too. I think I'll keep it, just continue what we were talking about earlier, and just community and culture. You know, it's nice to be in a space. Very fortunate. We talk about how early we are, and you know, it's the same old shit with that. But I think the main thing is definitely enjoying this journey and meeting really good people in it. You know, eventually people will have money or they won't, whatever. But if you have good friends and everything, I think definitely makes a difference. Experiencing everything. So I think the main thing moving forward, just making sure that we're continuing to network, like Walshy mentioned. Continually passing on some education like like you do, Young, like Maury does, and making sure we stack this cheese. That way, when whether it's winter or summer, it's always Guru getaway time.
Yee!
So,
yeah.
Stack that cheese, boy.
Stack that cheddar.
Cheddar.
Right on, boys. Been another great Guru session with you guys. I always love chatting with the boys. It's been a while. So really great to see you guys again. So my inner sensei, what's it saying this week?
What's it saying, dude? Dig deep.
What I've found, honestly, is that the situations in which I've had the most fun, a lot of times they've also turned out to be the most profitable. So you know, it shouldn't always be top priority to be chasing dollars, but honestly, the situations in which I've had the most fun, like the early days of Bored Ape Yacht Club, I'm sure it was similar for the early days of Gutter Cat Gang. It was the fun we were having that made others want to be a part of it, that created that inherent value to begin with, right? So don't be afraid to chase the fun instead of the dollar. It might lead to the dollar in a roundabout way. You know what I mean? So don't be afraid to kick back and just relax every once in a while and look for situations where you can enjoy yourself and just have a good time versus always trying to grind and, you know, work your fingers to the bone, because, you know, success is what you make of it.
Dude, Walshy is like a street style Plato philosopher. Just, you know, Mr. Rogers combined. That right there. Have fun. You know, it really, you know, I feel like sometimes I get lost in just chasing bags, and you're right. Having the most fun in this space brought the most value, and that turned into what it turned into. Huge.
100%, buddy.
Huge, guys. I'll say this. I wasn't supposed to be here. the dojo started by accident. It started just with a bunch of core gurus that you see here, just having fun, just talking, just voice chatting every day, playing games. And now it's turning into this real life dojo where we'll probably have real life events. Shout out to Danny Ukes for really lighting a fire under my ass to start at the dojo. This stuff happens by happenstance. You're not going to be perfect at it. You're going to fall. You're going to mess up a little bit. But just keep trying. Keep going. Be resilient. Hold the reins. Because this core team that you have is going to... they're going to buy your project. They're going to talk about your project. You're going to help them. It's going to be a mutual exchange. So, if you're going to... Don't worry about it too much. Don't have too much anxiety. Take a deep breath. Like Metamori always says. And you're going to make it. I believe in you. Our lines are always open. And you never know if Deadstock buys your project. You never know if Matt Walshy buys your .01 project. And that I feel like we have that influence on the space now. We just want to help. So we love you. We thank you for watching NFT Guru Talk and Chill number 41. And I can't wait to do it again. I hate missing these dudes for 6 days, 7 days.
Oh, yes. It's hard to have time apart from you guys. Fucking love y'all. And I just enjoy getting to hang out with the people in the chat as well. So people from the dojo, the new people that pop in, old people hanging out. That's, yeah, the OGs and the new Gs coming together under one roof. It's always fun.
I love it.
Dude, I tell you, Bored Apes and the Gutter Cats are going to collab. Watch. You'll see. Watch. They're going to collab. They're going to do something. Watch. You'll see. Hopefully. All right.
Happy to see it.
Guys, follow everybody. That's how. Can you tell people to like the stream, dude?
Hey, everybody. I definitely appreciate you guys spending and choosing to spend time with us. If you're watching, go ahead and make sure you hit like on the video. Help Young out. Really appreciates, his algorithm gets him going. It's provocative. It's what the people want.
It's provocative. It's sexy. Juicy.
Let's fight the algorithm. Together we can beat it.
For sure.
Together we can win.
Everybody
right,
on the podcast, remember you can follow us on Twitter at Young Show for Young, at Metamori for Mori. I know, just look him up. He's going to be the one with an ape. I'm fucking it up, but at Walshy_ETH and at the Deadstock OG.
Guys, live the dream, eat the vegan ice cream, and above all,
stay content.
stay goddamn content.
Stay content.
All right, homies. Later. Love y'all. Peace.
Peace.
I just put a band up, that's just how we do shit. Hidden and abandoned, I gotta get a new chick. We gon' make a film, dog, every night a movie clip. We gon' make some tunes, dog, we be on some loony shit. I feel like I'm Barry Gibbs, I be on some groovy shit. I just got a model bitch, need another smoothie bitch. Louis bad duffel shit, cross it off my bucket list. Count it up, then fuck it up, shawty want another kiss. Baby, I be killing shit, I should get a tear. Flyer than these other rappers, put me in a leer. I be with the family, dog, toasted up, cheers. 10 deep in the Gucci store, I used to shop at Sears. Everyone a odd to me, I don't need a peer. Lot of rappers tall, but they not what they appear. I been on the skis in Laguna Beach Pier. Kitchen at Missouri, watch the tuna get seared. Man, I keep it groovy, brother. I feel like a doobie, brother. Watch it, got some stupid colors. I can't be a Cupid lover. I can't ever move like others. Flow is always smooth like butter. Make your girl a groupie.